Hey everyone, my name is Michael and welcome to MK Experience. We appreciate all of you who have subscribed to our channel. And hey, if you haven't, we would love for you to subscribe and follow along with us. Give us a thumbs up and hit that notification button. And every time we post a video, you'll receive a notification that we have done that. So today's video is going to be about what I use to wash our fifth wheel. Chris and I have named the fifth wheel Big Blue. And Big Blue is 13 feet high and 44 feet long. So as you can imagine, let's just say it takes a while to clean it. So we're gonna go over the products that I use, so let's do it. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to go over the products that I use to keep our fifth wheel clean. Thanks to you, many of you have written into me and said, hey Michael, what do you use to keep it clean? Because we watch your videos and your fifth wheel always looks great. Thank you for that. But mine, just like yours, gets plenty dirty and is a bug collector, as many of you know. So here's what I use. You know, if all you have is a wash mitt, it's going to be a long day cleaning your fifth wheel, no matter what size it is. Ours is 44 feet and it's over 13 feet high. So if this is all I had, it's going to be a good 8 to 12 hour day probably of cleaning. Although I use this on tires and anything that's really low that I have to get to, wash mitts are always your best go-to. Also use this on our 450. But my goal in washing this thing was, how can I cover, you know, the most amount of space in the least amount of time, right? So I ended up going to Home Depot and purchasing a window washing kit, and this is 18 inches wide, and I love it because it covers a lot of space. It also has a microfiber cloth on the end that is removable, so you can throw it in the washer and use it over and over. I also picked up this extension pole, which is great because, you know, we want to try to stay off the ladder as much as you can. Sometimes you need to get up on the ladder because you need a little bit, you know, that leverage thing to scrub a little bit. So I will get up on the ladder for that kind of stuff, but I like to try to stay off the ladder as much as possible. So this is great for that. There are also little spots, like we have our slide outs with our windows in them. That is actually too wide. So I purchased this from Camping World. This is about 8 inches. This is also microfiber. It also is removable and you can wash it. It does great for all those little spaces, and I also use it in lower spots on the fifth wheel as well. And then, you know, you spend all that time cleaning it, and you don't want to have a bunch of water spots or a bunch of runoff running down the side of your fifth wheel. So I found this Squeegee on Amazon, and it's not perfect, but it does work great. It's super flexible, as you can tell, so it will not scratch your fifth wheel. So after you get done, I just start running this thing from top to bottom and dragging as much water down as possible. With all this stuff, guys, I'll put links down below what I have so you can go out and check it out for yourself. Some of you have already asked me, what is that? So that's what this is. It's a rubber squeegee. Does a great job. So soaps. As far as soaps, there's a lot of manufacturers of soaps. I like to use something with some wax in it. So Meguiar's makes this dual polymer wash and wax. I suggest that you always buy a soap with some wax in it, because any protection you get is better than none at all. That's how I look at it. Don't just get a soap, get something that has a wax in it. Polymers, just so you know, they're like a plastic-like substance. So that's what mixes in with your paint when you use it to add that layer of protection. So this does really good. I've had people ask me, what do you use on the truck? I use the same product on the truck that I use on the fifth wheel. And if you have fiberglass, whether it's painted or not painted, or an aluminum painted trailer, any wash and wax will do great on your vehicle. There's also the waterless option. Maybe you guys use it, maybe you don't. I've used this product. This is a waterless polymer car wash option. That, to me, if you have light dust, things of that nature, this works really good for that. But if you've been traveling down the highway in, you know, several rainstorms or mud, this isn't going to quite get it. But for touch-ups, I call it, you know, kind of a thing. If you're sitting at your campsite and you decide you want to start going around grabbing some spots, this stuff works good for that. So for bugs and for grease or runoff of caulk down the side of your fifth wheel, I have a citrus-based spot and stain remover that I use. This one's actually called Abracadabra. Yes, they will all be eradicated with Abracadabra. The story behind this is we actually had a door-to-door salesman come to the door and knock. I first wasn't going to go to the door, but I ended up going to the door, and I'm glad that I did. So we got this Abracadabra. It is a concentrate. Like I said, it's citrus-based, so what we do is I mix about 4 capfuls of this into my Zep bottle here. And actually, it really does a great job. You know, we'll get up on a ladder and go to individual bug spots or, you know, any of those runoffs down the side of the camper that you get from the caulk, and get a little elbow grease, but it works really good. Just FYI, if you have waxed your fifth wheel, I mean with like, whether it's, you know, ceramic even or paste wax, if you use a citrus-based product and you're scrubbing over the top of your painted fiberglass, it will take that layer of protection off. So if you do use a citrus-based product to get some of that stuff off, I think even like Goo Gone or those things of that nature will take your layer of wax off. So that area will not be protected from the sun anymore. So you definitely want to make sure that you throw some wax on after you've done that in that area. Okay, so Chris and I really love our microfiber cloths, and we have a bundle here that we pick up from Costco. These things are like, they're under 20 bucks and you get 36 of them. Something that I definitely recommend for inside and outside, and we also use them in the truck. They work great. And last but not least, whenever I get done washing my fifth wheel or my truck, this is like the icing on the cake. I gotta have my tires shine. Gotta have those tires glowing. So this is a Meguiar's product. This is called Insane Shine from Meguiar's. It does a great job. That's what I use. So there you go, guys. There you have it. These are the products that I use. I hope it helped you. So happy cleaning out there. And with that, we say God bless and safe travels.